It's my QB, is what you'll be saying after you watch this interview of Brock Purdy on Rich Eisen. Whether you like him or you don't like him, you have to appreciate Brock Purdy after this interview. It's very wholesome. It's honest. Brock Purdy is quite literally Kirk Cousins, but better. So without further ado, here is Brock Purdy on Rich Eisen. And afterwards, I'll give you my opinion. Here you go.
I think, and again, I know these questions, Brock Purdy here on the Rich Eisen Show, are paparazzi type questions, media type questions, where we work in the narrative business, and yours is that you are still needing to get into that elite level, and you taking your team to the Super Bowl and performing as well as you did, and going into the extra period, going into overtime against the Chiefs and getting points on the board. Do you feel you've answered questions about you, Brock? Do you feel that way?
I mean, honestly speaking, like, I don't, buy into, the world's narrative of, who I am and who I am as a quarterback and all that kind of stuff. For me, what matters most is, having the trust and respect of the guys in this organization and in this building. My teammates, my coaches, everyone who runs this organization, they see me on the day-to-day basis of how I work, how I prepare, and going out and winning games. That's all that matters. And so that's what my focus is and what it's on. And if I, listen to everybody else on the outside world and try to please everybody, then I would be drained. I wouldn't be who I am. And so that's where my focus is at. People can say what they want, but, at the end of the day, man, I'm just trying to win ball games here with my guys and earn their trust and respect every day. So that's where I'm at with that.
There are members of my profession, you saying you tune them out. That's insulting, Brock. You know what I mean? You tuning out the media.
Sorry, man.
We're talking for a living. How do you not hear us? You're not hearing us?
I mean, no, I hear some stuff here and there. Okay. Debo will be telling me stuff in the locker room.
What do you mean? What do you mean Debo's telling you stuff? What do you mean?
Just stuff throughout the year. Last year, the backwards hat dilemma. I don't know if you remember hearing about that. So Debo came up and he's like, dude, they're saying you can't be a franchise quarterback if you're wearing your hat backwards. I'm like, dang, bro, they're saying that. So I got my news sources in the locker room with some of the guys, but it's all we laugh about it and we know what's real and what matters most.
They're not trying to stoke your flame a little bit, do you think?
I don't think so. I think all the guys like to joke around about stuff and yeah, man, it's a good time.
I don't know. I mean, Kittle, when he was here, told us that when you first showed up to the 49ers, he stuck an Iowa shirt in your locker and you grabbed it and cursed him out, is basically what he said, Brock.
Kittle, nah, dude. He, I'm not going to say anything about George, but I love him, but that is not true. The cursing part. I did throw the shirt and the jersey back at him, all the Iowa gear that he had in my locker, and I was mad. But to say that I cursed back at him, I was like, dude, that did not happen. I remember seeing that clip actually. I'm like, what the heck, George?
Okay. So what the heck is that? That's the ceiling of your cursing, is what you're saying, Brock. That's
yes,
it.
Sir. I mean, yes,
okay.
For me, I got to tame the tongue and obviously what comes out of my mouth, I want to honor the Lord, and that's how I live my life. And so,
I'm just thrilled to hear that you do hear what I'm saying. At least what's being said here is something that you're paying attention to, right? Did I?
No,
pick
what
up
matters
on that?
most. Yeah, what matters most with all the media, whatever Rich Eisen says is true, and I listen to 100% of it every day. Yes, sir.
Clip and save that. That's a new drop. Whatever Rich Eisen says is true. Make sure that you get the in point and the out point of that. I don't want to get too deep in the weeds of how we go about our production business here, but Brock Purdy just said the truth.
Tell me, how do you watch that? And you didn't have respect for him before, and you watch that now and come out of that thinking, nah, man, fuck that guy. There's no way, dude. He gave you so many awesome quotes. I love that he points out that if he tried to satisfy everyone's narrative, it would absolutely drain him and it would not be who he is right now. And you know who he is, according to him? A guy just trying to win games. I absolutely love the fact that it sounds like there's an absolute brotherhood going on between Debo, Ayuk, and the rest of the squad. It truly seems like they mesh together. I like the fact that Debo can approach Brock with something that he's trying to avoid, and it's all just jokes. I love that. Be like, hey, man, you're wearing a backwards hat. You can't do podium. You can't do anything in the podium. You're not a franchise quarterback. Can't be taking you seriously, because you got a backwards hat. I love that they could joke about that, and it'll get taken seriously. I love the tagline, my teammates are my sources. The most important thing out of all this to cover, I'm glad that it was cleared up because I would have lost all respect for Brock Purdy if this was true. George Kittle said that Brock Purdy cursed at George Kittle when he put Iowa State stuff in his locker, and apparently Brock Purdy threw stuff at him and then cursed. I don't know, man. I'm super glad this was cleared up because I wouldn't be able to root for him knowing that he would cross a line. Kidding. I don't care if he didn't curse or not, but however, Brock Purdy did take it seriously, and he was like, I don't know why Kittle would say something like that. I would not curse. And what's quite funny is, like, as he was responding to that question, at the end of it, he says, what the heck, Kittle, when talking about the story. Rich Eisen straight up says, so is what the heck like the one thing highest you'll go? He says, I have to tame my tongue. Whatever comes out of my mouth, I need to honor the Lord. Well, if he can just, take a pay cut, that'd be great. I mean, and then that'll be the whole package. He deserves whatever money comes his way. If he wins us a Super Bowl MVP, whatever, you got to give it to him. He completely deserves it. 60 million, 65 million. Do your thing, 49ers, if that happens. Great guy on and off the field. Super proud to call him my franchise quarterback. Well, our franchise quarterback. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this season. We got Trent, BA, CMC with the whole squad. We are ready to go. Jets, September 9th. See you guys then. Sub if you like the content. Like if you like the video. All love, fam. And I'll see you next